asks him if he'd like to travel to Rome with her. In Dublin, her best friend Eileen is getting over her breakup and slips back into flirting with Simon, a man she has known since childhood. Alice, Felix, Eileen, and Simon are still young, but life is catching up with them. They desire each other, they delude each other, they get together, they break apart. They have sex, they worry about their friendships and the world they live in. Are they standing in the last lighted room before the darkness, bearing witness to something? Will they find a way to believe in a beautiful world? I actually have that line about standing in the last lighted room before the darkness underlined. I underline a lot of stuff with my pencil in this book. Yeah, this is really good. I highly recommend all the books. Oh, I found my wrapper that I was using as a bookmark. But yeah, every book that I am showing here, I highly recommend, and I'm realizing now that these are actually all, I think, written by female authors, which is awesome. Girl power. Okay. The next book. This book is called The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. We've got GOLDFINCH, Goldfinch, and it features a little goldfinch. Looks like it's kind of giving a little optical illusion. Looks like it's under some ripped paper. Oh, and this is also a winner of the Pulitzer Prize. I had seen this book for so long in bookstores and finally decided to pick it up and buy it when it was maybe on sale or something, or I think it was at Half Price Books or something. I love that store. And then here's the author. Oh, actually, I think they made a movie out of this one too, which I haven't seen, and I think it's actually starring Ansel Elgort. But anyway, yeah, so this book, I liked it a lot. It's really long. I honestly wasn't sure how I felt about it at first. I did not like this book at first, but I stuck to it. Oh, here's another bookmark. That's not actually a bookmark. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's read the inside flap. Yeah, see, this was $30 retail, and I got it for $14.99 from Half Price Books. Remains undefeated. Okay, so this says, composed with the skills of a master, The Goldfinch is a haunted odyssey through present-day America, and a drama of enthralling force and activity. I don't know, acuity. I don't know that word, acuity. It begins with a boy. Theo Decker, a 13-year-old New Yorker, miraculously survives an accident that kills his mother. Abandoned by his father, Theo is taken in by the family of a wealthy friend. Bewildered by his strange new home on Park Avenue, disturbed by schoolmates who don't know how to talk to him, and tormented above all by his longing for his mother, he clings to the one thing that reminds him of her. A small, mysteriously captivating painting that ultimately draws Theo into the criminal underworld. As an adult, Theo moves silkily artist whose life takes a natural, sequential course. Henry and Claire's passionate affair endures across a sea of time and captures them in an impossibly romantic trap that tests the strength of fate and basks in the bonds of love. This is by the author Audrey Niffenegger. This book was really cool. It's a romance. I read it on a plane to Seattle, and it's set in Chicago, which I think is really cool. I always love when books and movies are set in Chicago. I feel like it deserves more hype. And it's essentially, I mean, I don't know how much I want to ruin anything for you guys, but yeah, like the back said, this guy, Henry DeTamble, he has some genetic mutation that causes him to time travel, and it's not as glamorous as it would be in like a superhero movie, you know, like it's an inconvenience for him. He wants to live a normal life, and yeah, so it kind of follows their romance, because, you know, it's hard for her as a woman to be in love with a man who keeps like disappearing on accident, you know, it's not reliable. Are you supposed to have kids with that guy, you know? Are you gonna make sure he pays the bills? He keeps disappearing, you know? So, yeah, this one was really good, but yeah, like I said, it made me cry a lot. I wouldn't say that any of these are my favorite. Like, I don't know if I would like say these are like my favorite books ever. Like, I have notes on all of them. Like Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney is amazing. Like, she's a great author. The Goldfinch and this one, Time Traveler's Wife, is not personally like my favorite writing style. I think that a lot of authors are really good at plots, but they're not that good at writing, and that can kind of be an issue for me, because for me, I myself am a writer, and I am good at writing things, but I'm not good at making plots, you know, like I'm good at describing things, but I'm not good at making plots. So, anyway, you need both, I think, to be a really good author. Anyway, now for the big finale. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. This also features, oh my gosh, look at the resemblance between this cover and the last cover. Okay, here's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, a little congested. This is one of my favorite books ever. I read this in high school, and this is the perfect thing to read when you're as angsty as I was when I was 16. Sylvia Plath is a genius. I am her reincarnation, actually, in the modern age, so I really feel soul sister ties with this woman. If you don't know Sylvia Plath, she's pretty famous. She's the one that offed herself by putting her head in an oven, if you didn't know. But she's really cool. And, let me see what the back says. The Bell Jar chronicles section that I love to read. I don't know, but she talks about they're having like a lunch or something. She's talking about oysters and caviar and like bread and butter, and I don't know, I'm just like, I love reading about food. I love when people make lists of food, or I love when someone makes like a really cool dish and they like describe everything in the dish. Like I just think, I don't know, it's just really like, talk about like, you know, like in English classes they say like show not tell. I feel like it's a great like show not tell, like the ingredients of something, you know. But anyway, I have to go. I need to go to dinner. I'm meeting people for dinner. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And if you have any book suggestions, let me know. And if you have any requests, book-related video requests, let me know. I can talk about books forever. So